Scholarship, episode 47.
Wow, part 2, Inkheart. What's the lowdown on this one?
You say a little bit. And
what's the stuffing on this turkey? Inkheart is a movie about Brendan Fraser plays this guy who turns out to be a silver tongue. If he reads aloud from a book, characters appear in our world. But the glitch in this is that someone from our world now goes back into the book. And he has lost his wife to a reading mishap. But his daughter all this time has think that the wife has left them. Anyway, they're in search of the book, which he was reading from to try to get his wife out of the book, back into our world. And that's the basic thrust of this.
Mm-hmm.
And?
Oh, there's this thing called the shadow.
The shadow is in the book, yes. But before that, many of the characters from this book, Inkheart, have managed to come into our world. And one of them, played by Andy Serkis, who apparently is incapable of speaking without spitting, just like he did his Gollum. Remember that scene where he's talking and the spit was flying? He plays this evil guy, Copernicus, who has come out of Inkheart and is now here.
It's not Copernicus.
Capricorn. Capricorn, Copernicus, close. So Andy Serkis plays this character, Capricorn, who is now in our world and has found a guy that can read just like Brendan Fraser's, and he is bringing people out of the book Inkheart, and he's finding the last copies. It's a rare book. But the problem is the guy that's reading for him stutters, so the people come out and they have writing on their face and they can't speak or whatever. This is a problem for these characters. So, what about, how did you like it?
I give it an A.
You give it an A.
You give it
I'm now giving it like a B minus.
I thought you gave it an A.
Well, the more I thought about it, the problem with it was, now I haven't read the book. When we got to the end, it was kind of exciting when they summoned the shadow and everything. But up until then, there's not a lot of action, and the characters never feel like they're in
Everything needs to be action?
No, but there was no sense of danger either. I never thought for a minute that anybody was in any danger. They're being captured, they're taken away, this and that, they escape. But it never felt like there was any real danger. Which, you know, it sounds like it was a good book. But the movie was kind of, I don't know if it was the directing or the editing. I liked the whole ending sequence a lot, and I liked the characters. I liked Paul Bettany.
Like the girl.
You know, I liked the girl a lot. I liked Paul Bettany, who played Dustfinger. But, you know, he can do this stuff with fire, and yet he doesn't ever get him out of any situations. He burns the castle at the end with the other guy. What good did that do? Why don't you just throw the flaming fireballs at him and torch him down from the get-go? But every time, I guess he didn't want to hurt anybody. If there's danger, you're going to have to hurt somebody to save yourself, right? All he wants to do is get back in the book.
I would too.
Yeah, well, I would too, but the problem is I didn't want to get into the movie. It could have really been so much better. There was a lot of promise there. I did enjoy sections of it. I liked a lot of the characters. I just never felt it was completely realized. I liked Andy Serkis, but, you know, they're threatening people, but they're not carrying through.
Yeah.
Do you agree on that? But you liked it a lot, which is really important.
I give it an A minus.
Maybe you got more sucked into the world than I did. I just thought the world never was as interesting as it could have been. Well, there you go. Kind of a mixed review, but still good. I mean, it certainly was better than a lot of things we've seen, and yet again, not as good as some. I liked the whole end sequence, and I thought the special effects were fun on that, when the shadow appeared and everything that happened then. Flying monkeys, etc. So we're going to fly these monkeys right out of here, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Till then.